Moving right along, our next speaker is from UVA. All right, Bernie, welcome Brandon.
All right, good evening, everyone. First of all, I want to thank everyone involved with the logistics and event coordination for this entire conference. I believe, especially over the last 3 years that I've been here, and my whole life to be honest, that it is so important and urgent that voices such as all of ours be given the platform to project to universities and society at large, and this conference is a step to helping us do that, so thank you for this whole evening and whole weekend. So, to talk about who I am, I think the best way to talk about my experience as a first-gen low income is to split it in two parts and split my life that way. 2 locations, 2 lives, 2 main words. Family and school, Pittsburgh and Charlottesville, gratitude and resilience. Because at the end of the day, through all I've been through, I am grateful for the people that made me as resilient as I am. So, who am I? Well, my name is Brandon Thompson. I'm a 3rd-year student studying at the University of Virginia, economics and major and minor in government. And I am from the Keys Rocks, Pennsylvania, a small little town right outside of Pittsburgh. And it was a town back in the 70s and 80s that was thriving from the steel mills and the steel industry. That gave a lot of blue-collar people their jobs. But by the 80s, it collapsed, and most of the steel got outsourced to foreign countries. So you had a mass exodus of people leave Pittsburgh and all of these small suburbs and left it pretty much desperate and desolate. And my family was a product of that. We dealt with poverty even before then. Ever since we immigrated here from Germany and Poland. Dealt with it all our lives, and dealt with drugs, violence, gangs, all the sorts, where you have to lock your doors and shut your windows tight to make sure that no one improper is going to get in. So it was a tough upbringing, but it wasn't all bad, because going through those type of hardships, living that type of life, teaches you something that not many other experiences will teach you. It teaches you how to deal with problems that no other normal people usually have to deal with. It also gives you exposure to things that no one at universities will be able to do, so you can voice the real struggle of the common person, the people that might not be able to understand it. So I had the advantage of having that experience and being able to learn under that whole environment. I also am grateful for my mom, who forced me to go to school, even though I didn't want to leave, because I thought going to school meant I was leaving Pittsburgh and I didn't want to leave home. But through all that, in my early childhood, it was all right. I was a shy kid, but it went well. Until I was diagnosed with osteosarcoma at the age of 9. Osteosarcoma is bone cancer, and it was in my left jaw. And it was a weird experience, because at 9 years old, you don't understand mortality, you don't understand death, you don't understand any of that unless you lost a family member at a young age. So to have that translated to me, I still don't really fully grasp the gravity of the whole situation, but got the diagnosis, got the biopsies, and thank the Lord that it did not spread anywhere else. It was isolated, so I did not have to go through chemotherapy or radiation, and the surgery was the option for me. It was a rough surgery, 15 hours to remove the jawbone and basically rebuild it from scratch. And it was the defining moment of my life, without question. 3 months of physical therapy to recover from that. At one point, while I was in the coma, apparently stopped breathing at one point and needed a breathing tube down my throat. And through that whole process, my energy, my sort of lucky-go nature never wavered. It never went away, and I don't know why, but it stayed there nonetheless. And that experience drove me, and it made me do three things, and this is a little cheesy, but bear with me. Basically restart my life from scratch, so I became a new person. I was a shy kid, didn't really associate with too many people, just like left to myself. At that point, I wanted to know everybody. I wanted to know what was going on in the world. I wanted to be the best who I could be, and the people around me were going to make me that way. I recovered mentally. I mean, I was a wreck. For a year, I probably had depression, although not diagnosed, just because I thought the cancer would come back. And it was a fear I couldn't overcome for a long time. The Make-A-Wish Foundation, a charitable organization, nonprofit, they provided me with an opportunity that sort of got me out of my own head and allowed me to live a life again. And the ultimate thing, this leads into how I got here, is I refocused. As a kid, I did all right academically, but I wasn't, I'd go to college in Pittsburgh somewhere. But I was determined because there was a realistic opportunity that, hey, it could come back. Cancer could come back, and I might, tomorrow's not guaranteed. It never really is. So I realized that at 9 years old, and I took advantage of that. And I said, well, I don't want to be here all my life. I want to change who I am, and through that, change the people around me. And that's what I ended up doing over a long period of time. High school comes. Valedictorian. Thank God for that. That was a lot of hard work. And through all that, the Quest Bridge organization, and we have a few in the crowd right now that are here because of that same reason. That organization is a scholarship nonprofit from California that allows first-gen low-income students to come to universities like Virginia and 40 different others, and give them an opportunity that they didn't even believe was possible when they were in school. And when I first got the brochure to do it, I thought it was a scam and I was going to leave it on the floor. But glad I didn't, because here I am. So now, through all of that, why am I grateful? Well, I'm grateful for the people that brought me here. I'm grateful for my family. My mom, who, without her, I wouldn't be the man I am today. My grandfather, who taught me how to be a man, how to be stoic yet vulnerable at times when need be, and deal with the things you have to deal with because no one's going to do it for you. My sister, who taught me how the real world worked, exposed me to how the neighborhood worked and made sure I stayed safe and made sure I knew what was going on, because you can't stay innocent for too long, because innocence can get you killed. And my doctors, obviously, they're the reason I'm alive today. If it wasn't for them diagnosing me in the early stages and getting me through the whole system, University of Pitt Dental Medicine School, thank you for all that you did. Make-A-Wish, thank you for giving me the opportunity to escape my life for about a week and let me live another life for a minute when I really needed to. It helped me out tremendously. And to all my teachers in high school, Stowe Rocks High School, you guys are the reason that I was able to learn and be the man I am today, and be the student and scholar that I am. So at UVA, I helped started the Who's First Look program, bringing in more first-generation students to come tour, high school students to come tour UVA and learn that coming to a place like this is possible. RA, Career Center stuff, I do a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm so grateful for it. I'm grateful that I am resilient. I'm grateful for all the people that have been in my life. And I'm grateful that I am a first-generation student. Thank you.